Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerOptions.com, and in tonight's free video I wanted to take a look at 3 of the stocks that I am a big fan of. I use that in the name of the newsletter simply because I thought it might help us remember it. A lot of times a group of tickers are referred to as FANG, but for this particular instance I'm not as interested in Google, but I'd like to show you the setups we have on Facebook, Amazon, and Netflix as we head into next week. So when you come in and take a look at the chart of Facebook, the daily chart is definitely bullish. Now, could you pull back into the 21 EMA? You could, but I think the Nasdaq is going to continue to push higher, and when you drop down into some of these smaller time frame charts, this is where I begin to form that opinion. So based off the 2-hour chart, and I always tell people, especially those that may have not studied these signals before, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at how it played out here, look at how it played out here, and look at the signal that we have forming here. I always think too that if this was going to fire short, I would have thought it would have done it during this move. So the fact that it was able to sustain that sell-off, maintain that 8 and 34 moving average, I think Facebook is destined for a push to new highs. So if you can have any type of weakness on Monday, or Tuesday rather, because we're going into a 3-day weekend, I like selling the 134, 131 put credit spread that expires next Friday. Now of course if it gaps up, we may have to take a little bit of a different look at it, but that is the setup that I have on Facebook, and I am looking for a push to new highs there. If you come in and take a look at Amazon, it is a very similar situation, and we actually made that new lifetime high today. It's the exact same situation, where when you look at the daily chart, there's nothing to say other than it's a good bullish pattern. Then when you drop down into some of your intraday charts, this is where we find a little bit more in the way of a setup. Now this 78-minute didn't play out exactly like I was looking for. That's why you try to let these squeezes get developed a little bit further, but I will still be looking at this on Tuesday in the same way that I'm looking at Facebook. Simply because this continues to act so strong and we are at lifetime highs. The conservative take on that would be selling the 845 put credit spread. You could probably make money with an 850 call butterfly as well. So that's the 2 of those, and then the last is Netflix, where I think on the daily chart this is probably the one that stands out the cleanest of the 3. You can see we've already had the pullback to the 21 EMA. We're in still a very nice progressive bullish chart pattern, and when you come down into your intraday charts, we've got some nice squeezes that are coiled, and I think they're going to drive us into new highs. So I would apply those exact same strategies on all 3 of those markets. We may have to mix them up a little bit depending on where we open up on Monday, Tuesday, but that is where I'll be focused on trading. So I hope that helps, and I also wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of the course that Bruce is going to be getting started on this Saturday. So tomorrow he will be getting that course started, and if you enjoyed the trades that we've been looking at this week in relationship to some of the butterflies and these shorter term expiration style setups, this is a very seamless place to step into that, because all of those types of strategies and that way of thinking directly applies to trading short term weekly contracts. So I get started with Bruce tomorrow. I'm definitely looking forward to learning more from him, as he is very skilled with this type of application, and if that's something that would apply to your trading, I hope to see you there. So you'll have a link after this video to sign up, and if nothing else, I'll talk to you again at the next free video.